Hello, Gemini. I'm Dottie Henson's kid sister kid, who's as single as they come. Welcome to your reading for the Sagittarius new moon. Batter up. Welcome back, Gemini. Welcome into the room. Welcome to the reading. My name is Uma. Thank you for humoring me. Did you like the new intro? Maybe? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you're nice and hypnotized. This is your reading for the new moon in Sagittarius. This is happening on Thursday, the 24th of November at 9:57 a.m. if you're in the Southern Hemisphere with me. So actually on that, collectively, let's look to the 23rd of November to cast our well wishes and our spells and to work with the Black Knight and to ask for what it is that we hope for next. Now, Gemini, this is a really nice one for you. When you think of Sagittarius in all of its fire, in all of its passion and expansion for knowledge, it's almost like insatiable, the quality of Sagittarius. There's a lovely forward movement confidence. This all shows up in your 7th house. This is the house of relationship, of your beloveds, of the ones you call nearest and dearest. This can be soulmates in a sense. This can definitely be your lovers. It can also be close business confidence, folks that you want to work with. So at a new moon in Sagittarius, whenever you hear that from now on, whenever there's a new moon in Sagittarius, this is your moment, your night to ask for what it is that you so long for. There's some really great aspects at this time. I hope that the eclipse reverberations are sort of quietening down for you. I hope they're being a bit more gentle as time goes on. I know that probably in the 12th and the 6th house, there would have been a bit of a push and pull between spirit world and harsh reality, you know, the way that you're bound to the earth and the way that you wish to live in the stars may have come into some sort of strange relationship, and there could have been revelations on both sides of the coin. So I hope that the messages were well received, and now we have absolute autonomy over this new moon. We have a clearing in the astrological weather to make our wishes and to cast our spells. And you get to cast your love spells, I might say. There's something really nice here about, and this could be pre-existing relationships, you know, this could be folks that you're already in relationship with, and there can be a rejuvenation of that romance. There's other energy here. So Venus and Mercury are also in Sagittarius. So this is messages of desire. This is messages of passion. This is messages of pleasure that's playing out here in the 7th house for you. Venus and Mercury are trining. So remember, supportive relationship, holding hands, talking to one another with Chiron in Aries. Chiron is our wounded healer. Chiron is the asteroid that reminds us where our deeper wounds might lay and where it might be a bit trickier for us to heal on our own. That's great to have a supportive aspect with the 7th. So in your manifestation, you're going to be calling in folks that are kind to your wounds and that will help support you through that healing process. Aries for you is your 11th house of community and humanity. So whatever kinds of wounding that may be latent there, it's a slow moving thing. So it's been there since 2019, won't leave until 2026. We'll all be dealing in some way with that Chiron wound of the self for some time. But I feel that there's a link here. Perhaps there's someone in your community, perhaps there's someone in your friendship groups that is maybe gently, maybe not so gently, maybe quite beautifully, that passion, that fire is rising. That could be something that's happening here at this new moon. If you can think of, if something's coming to mind, I'd urge you to write a love letter. That's what I'd do. Also, the sun and the moon at 1 degree of Sagittarius in tarot is the 8 of Wands. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 messages, direct. That's passion, intent, direction, precision. I like this. 1 degree of Sagittarius has actually formed another trine, a dissociative trine this time, because Jupiter's in Pisces. So Pisces, water, Sagittarius, fire. Normally there's a discord there, but because of the positions, 1 degree, the beginning of Sagittarius, the end of Pisces, it's actually more of a trine. It's got more to do, closer to 180 degrees than 90. We'll put it that way. Temperance is also Sagittarian energy. Temperance is melding the two together. Fire, water, our emotions, our magic. You know, it's difficult to mix fire and water, absolutely. Sometimes emotions can boil over. Sometimes passion can be quashed, extinguished. The temperance angel knows how to mix both of them into a fine balance in order to experience something like magic. So all of this imagery, I want you to sow into your 7th house, where you find relationship, where your beloveds are, where you're encouraged to expand your own mind and to continue on the journey that you're on now. This is really great. This is really great. Pisces for you is your 10th house. It's your most public self. It's your legacy. So in that beautiful intuitive way that you have, that empathy that just pours out of you, Gemini, that, you know, such an ability to sit there and listen to people and their troubles. This is where that expansive support is laying. So interesting little tryst here between the 11th, community and friendship, the 10th, legacy, and the 7th, relationship. What kind of patterns are forming for you as I talk about this? Who can you maybe think of, or what does one have to do with the other? And how can they all be acknowledged? And how can they all be invited into your new moon ritual? And how can you create some beautiful pleasure magic of your own? Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to pull some intuitive tarot to help you along with this one, Gemini. As we move into the Sagittarian new moon, please, Spirit, I need 3 cards. Oh. Oh. Is that the one? That's the one. Oh, lovely. All right, honey. I got the Magician. I got the Ace of Pentacles. And I got the 6 of Wands. Now look at that. Look at that offer right in the center. There's grounding there. That is a seed, a giant pentacle seed of great potential that can be put in the earth, that can be watered and tended to. This is something that's going to grow. And look who it is. It's the Magician. First cab off the rank in the major secrets of the tarot. The Magician is that figure that the Fool meets first. The very first step of the Fool's journey, they bump into the Magician and they're bedazzled by how this individual can create, how they can alchemize with fire, with earth, with air, with water, how they seem to make mountains move, how they seem to know what's happening. This could be you as well, my love. The Magician, remember, as with all of the major secrets in the tarot, they all exist inside of us somewhere. So I would suspect, in regard to your 7th house, in regard to your relationship zone, in regard to what you hope and dream to call in, to have materialize in front of your very eyes, who's your next soulmate, who's your next lover, who's going to be your companion on this next trip around the wheel? Do you have them already? How beautiful for you. How can you make sure that this seed will spurt some roots? Because I see a great celebration, a great victory lap here for you. I look at there's horse imagery. I see this Sagittarian vibe here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wands, all staffs upright to the air in great celebration. There's laurel wreaths. There's encouragement of you and your magic. This is a reactivation of the magic maker inside of you, Gemini. This is a beautiful reading and this is a beautiful lunation. I really want you to focus in on this one as much as you can, because you're entitled to love, you're entitled to pleasure, you're entitled to companionship. You're going to find yourself in a space with the other, whoever they may be, and if they're there already, then hold them close and see what magic that you can make together, because this is what I really see here for you. I think that it's a lonely road sometimes for a Gemini in this life. There is that duality there, isn't there? There's a kind of, in some way, like a, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how much work you can achieve in accepting yourself and yourself alone, and coming to understand that we all die alone, we can't take anyone with us, and that life is a solitary mission. For a Gemini individual, there's that longing for company and for interaction and for sharing ideas, for talking about it. This is all stuff that is in you innately, and I don't wish for you to feel that you're doing spirituality wrong, because you have that wonder and that attraction to company. That's what makes you so specifically wonderful and so great to talk to and so much fun, Gemini. It's that company. Think of the sigil, it's the twins, isn't it? One and the other. Think about it in relationship to your cosmic twin too. Perhaps the magician is your cosmic twin. There's someone that you're going to come across that's going to recognize the beautiful duality in you. They're going to understand that communication and conversation and expression of what it is that you know is all part of you. You're never going to be told that you talk too much. You're never going to be told that you think about things too much. You're never going to be silenced by this individual. The Sagittarian energy in your 7th house could be a Sagittarius that you come across. That would be a good match for you, if that was what you were looking for. But that essence of expansion and of optimism, both learn. Gemini and Sagittarians both learn and teach in different ways. And they've got a great relationship because Gemini thinks about it and analyzes and inquires about it. And Sagittarius feels it and moves with it and makes it happen. This is what I really see for you, and I really am so glad to give you this reading, Gemini. I love you sincerely. And look, I'm a Gemini moon, so I know a thing or two about duality. I have that placement. My emotional connection, my shadow has a lot to do with Gemini, a lot to do with duality, and sometimes my difficulty with that duality. But that's my moon sign. If you're watching this because you're a Gemini sun, that's your power. That's where the most light is shone on you. That's your identity. If you're a Gemini rising, that's your soul's intent. That's a layer deeper than the personality. That's why and how you operate. I hope that that was a nice reading for you, Gemini. Think 7th house. Ask for what it is that you want. You've got absolute input in this lunation. You've got a thing to share with this lunation. You've got magic to make. You are the magician. You are the magician, Gemini. Make it happen. That's your reading, honey. I love you incredibly. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Thank you for sharing my work with others if you think it might be beneficial to them. I'm going to take a little bit of time off in January, I think, and that's not confirmed, but I think I will. So I'm cramming birth charts in November and December. There's still spaces left to get booked, so head over to umaruby.com. I only do business over at umaruby, so that's where I'll organise the booking with you. But get your birth chart read by me. It'd be my absolute pleasure. I'll be speaking to you in 2 weeks for the full moon in Gemini. So this will be a beautiful moment of release for you. Whatever is lingering away, whatever needs a bit of time in the light, this will be the time, and we can let it go, kiss it right back to the moon. Until then, Gemini, I adore you. And we've got more in common than you think. Take care. Bye.